Thanks for joining us for 5 on 5. I'm Joe Sullivan. Pleased to be joined by Klamath County Commissioner Kelley Minty. Kelley, thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Now, you're no stranger to this place. It's been a while, but you used to work here, right?
I know. I'm having such nostalgia the minute I walked in the building. It really almost brought like a tear to my eye. This was where I started it all.
And
yeah,
you worked
and now
here?
I'm so much older.
Well, you worked here for a while, right?
Yeah, I was with the television station for 7 years, primarily based in Klamath Falls, but I did do some time over here in Medford as well. So it's just a homecoming to be back.
Well, we're glad to have you back and welcome. You've been Klamath County Commissioner for over 10 years now, and you're working on the rural economic development and workforce support. How is that going?
Oh gosh, I think rural economic development and workforce is one of the priorities of the work we do, really. And it's been really developed over the last decade. And we talk about different things now. When I was first in office, it was always jobs, 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 very sort of broad. And now we talk about things like, how does housing contribute? How do we meet childcare needs? How do we make sure we have enough behavioral health services? So it's never a dull moment, but we continue to work on it because our economic vitality is directly tied to our success as a community.
What are you doing right now? What is happening to make Highway 97 safer?
We are on a big push for a safer Highway 97. We know that Highway 97 is one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous highway in the state of Oregon, and that's not acceptable. We have lost some, it's not acceptable to lose anyone on the highway, but we have lost some young people in recent years that has really highlighted the danger of that highway. Now, it's an important highway for commerce. We were just talking about economic development, but we do need to make it safer. So what we are doing specifically is we are really pushing our state legislature and ODOT to, when they're investing their dollars, to invest in that highway. We get it that the metropolitan area is always going to get a lot of attention, but we deserve to have safe highways to drive onto, even when we're in a rural community.
So important. What are the major behavioral health or substance use challenges facing Klamath County today, and what strategies are being used?
Yeah, well, the behavioral health and substance use abuse rates are very, very high, and that's not just in Klamath, that's in the state of Oregon. The state of Oregon has a really much more significantly high than maybe some of our counterparts. And on some level, it's a little bit of a head scratcher. Oregon is such a beautiful state with such wonderful outdoor activities and all of these things. So why are our substance abuse rates so high? That's something that, as part of the state's Alcohol and Drug Policy Commission, we're really diving into, whether it has to do with, at the policy level, restricting certain types of beverages in a can and such. So there's a lot of policy work around alcohol and drug use and the abuse rates that we as a state need to take very seriously.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and be right back with part 2 of our 5 on 5. Stay with us. I'm Joe Sullivan. Welcome back to part 2 of our 5 on 5 with Klamath County Commissioner Kelley Minty. And Kelley, how about your perspective on the potential basing of F-35 jets at Kingsley Field?
The new mission at Kingsley Field that will be the F-35 is, bar none, one of the most exciting things to happen to Klamath County for probably the foreseeable next 5 decades. We knew we needed a new mission. We really wanted it to be the F-35, and we are so thrilled. This is not only good for our nation's security. We have some of the best training airspace in the country in Klamath County, but this is really good for the Klamath community. This means jobs, this means economic vitality, and this really helps sustain us, again, into the next 5 decades.
A really exciting time.
So exciting. I mean, if there's anything that folks take away from this interview, I hope it's that the F-35 at Kingsley Air Base and all the work that went into it by so many people, both in elected and non-elected roles, is really like the biggest thing to happen at Klamath in a very long time.
All right. How do you see the continued investment in projects like the Food Hub and lakefront redevelopment shaping the future of downtown?
I love it. So in Klamath, we have long recognized that we have a beautiful waterfront that's really underutilized. And so we have visions of being sort of like a mini Lake Tahoe someday. And so we are working really hard with lots of partners at the federal, state, and local level to further develop the waterfront. It's already had a lot of new exciting improvements over the last few years. There's a couple hotels there that were never there before, but we envision a time where you would see many more people out in a canoe or a kayak. You see people wandering around to a coffee shop or a wine bar. So we just think that in the leadership positions, it's really important to envision what you want your community to look like and then take steps to make that happen.
Boy, if it was like Lake Tahoe, that would be pretty impressive, right?
Yeah. Well, you'll have to come over.
Yeah, I would love to. All right, we have about a minute left. Is there anything else you'd like our viewers to know about?
You know, these are, I will say this, I think this is something that everyone can relate to. These can be seem like really hard times, whether you're watching the national news, whether you're watching, the state legislature that just didn't pass a transportation package and you're hearing about layoffs, whether they're federal, state. And I just think it's important to know that, yes, there's a lot of things that are challenges in our state and in our communities, but there's far more things that are going on that are positive. There's so many hardworking, good people that are working toward a successful Klamath County and a successful Southern Oregon. So I would say while it can be easy to fixate on the negative or the challenges, there are many more positives and many more opportunities in our communities moving forward.
All right, Kelley, if you want to stay, 11 o'clock, do you want to anchor tonight?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, well, we were joking before we went on that I still have nightmares that sometimes I'm about to do a newscast and not quite ready. So at least I would have a few hours to prep.
Yeah, I think you do fine. All right, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back with more local news.